The next awardee for the evening is the Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota. The Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota is also a registered 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization, has recently been established and in 1992. The mission of the nonprofit, the mission of the Tibetan American Foundation is to preserve and promote the rich Tibetan culture and spiritual values, the leadership of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. For those of you who have not visited their center, the center is a place aimed to bring diverse people to see and learn about the Tibetan culture. In July of 2003, the Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota purchased that building, and from what I know, everybody in the community contributed. So although they are new in the community, they have established themselves, and on behalf of the organization, their executive director, Mr. Namgyal Dorji, I think I did it right, is going to accept the award on behalf of the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, the Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota.
Thank you. Thank you, Council on Asian Pacific Minnesotan, for recognizing and acknowledging the services that we provide at Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota. I would like to thank Norman for nominating TAFM for this leadership award. Norman is a doctoral student. He also works as a volunteer at the TAFM. I would like to thank Center for Spirituality and Healings from University of Minnesota for their great recommendation about our foundation. As you might know, the Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota was founded in 1992 with the mission statement of trying to improve the lives of Tibetans in Minnesota and also to preserve and promote the rich cultural heritage and spiritual values under the guidance of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. This year, TAFM is 20 years old, and there is no better time to accept this award than on its 20th anniversary. For that, I would like to say thank you to all the board members, current and former, and the community members and supporters for their generous support, contribution, their dedication, and their commitment. Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota provides a lot of services. I have a brochure here to give to many of you. After this, we will have some of you delivering to each and every table here. We provide a lot of services, and I like to highlight some of the basic, very important services we provide. One of them is Tibetan Culture School. Every Saturday morning from 9 to 2, 140 kids, young children from 5 years old up to 17 and 18 years old, they go to language school to learn, read, and write Tibetans. These students who are in our program, when they go to their respective school districts, they perform much better. They don't have any attendance issue, nor do they have any behavior issues. In fact, they help for the MCA in maths, reading, and writing. At the same time, we provide social services. We provide the hot meals for the homeless people during His Holiness Dalai Lama's birthday around July 6th. We also have Tibetan performing arts. This is very important because in Tibet, we cannot practice those cultural dances. But here, we are trying to preserve that, and we have a very good program in Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota. Also, we do have a mentoring and tutoring program that provides the tutoring for the junior students, middle schools, and the guidance and counseling to the high schools. Those small in attendance, but all the students who attend the mentoring program, they all go to colleges. It's 100% of them go to colleges. So we are so proud of these services. Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota has a culture school, a culture center, as she just mentioned. It was born in 2003. At that time, our population was about 1,000, maybe less. It can only hold 250 people. But our population, Minnesotan Tibetan, has gone to 3,000, which is the second largest in the United States. And there are a lot of Tibetans are moving into Minnesota. I don't know what's wrong with Minnesota. I'm one of them. I moved in from New York. So there are a lot of Tibetans are moving in Minnesota. The population of Tibetans in Minnesota is increasing, and there is a need of a larger culture center to serve better for our community. And here I see a lot of community members. I see a lot of NGOs, foundations. We need your help. We need your guidance to help us, to guide us, to acquire a larger space so that we can serve Tibetan population here. In the sense, we can also serve Minnesota in general, at large. Finally, I'd like, on behalf of Tibetan American Foundation and the Tibetan community of Minnesota, I accept this award with great gratitude. Thank you so much.
Congratulations again to the Tibetan American Foundation of Minnesota.